Hello and welcome to Ref Sports. This is Mohor Chaudhary. Welcome to another post-match show. And joining me today for this show is Shorjani Chatterjee, Bharat Ramraj, and Vaibhav Tripathi will also join us shortly. Well, what a game we saw today. It was Prince versus King at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, and Gujarat Titans had the last laugh. Set up beautifully by the bowlers in the first innings itself, and then, of course, a brilliant knock from Shubman Gill. Gujarat Titans emerged victorious in the second match versus RCB this season. Well, we'll be discussing everything, analyzing the game and how it went. But my first question will go to Bharat because I remember, as far as I remember, in the pre show, you were the only one who predicted that Gujarat Titans would win. What made you say so?
Yeah, I said it then itself. They won a good toss. If there is grass around, as Vaibhav noted, then the ball will nip around a little bit. And Gujarat Titans have a good pace attack. I think that's the best way you can kind of restrict Royal Challengers Bangalore because they have a very good batting lineup. And if the ball is nipping around a little bit off the seam, then you can definitely dent the opposition. And that's what they basically did. Yes, Kohli played brilliantly at the start with some fine shots on the rise, but Kagiso Rabada got him, and then the others followed it up. It was nipping around right through that particular innings, and I think that is what helps the likes of Jason Holder, Mohammad Siraj. Yes, Arshad Khan picked up wickets, though I would say a couple of them were not exactly through not exactly through great bowling. They were kind of gifted away, but these things happen in T20 cricket where the batters tend to play too many shots and gift their wickets away. But yes, I think it was a clinical effort. Sorry, on a track that was moving around. And once they were kind of bowled out for 155, yes, I would also add Rashid Khan. I think he's been really good this season for Gujarat Titans. In the recent past, he's been struggling a bit. I think he's bowling a lot more of leg breaks than what he used to do. In the past, he used to bowl too much of googly. So, yes, it was a clinical all round effort. And after that, once they were bowled out for 155, it was always going to be very difficult task for RCB, even though Bhuvaneshwar Kumar bowled well because there was no real pressure on Gujarat Titans. Yes, Butler played really well, Gill played really well, but there was very little pressure on Gujarat Titans' batters. So I think a lot of credit has to go to the bowlers for using that little bit of nip up front. I think toss helped Gujarat Titans, and in the world of IPL, I genuinely do believe on a given day, any team can beat any team. Yes, some certain teams are better, but still you can't discount any of these 10 teams on a given day.
Absolutely. Spot on prediction, I would like to say. Shorjani, my next question is to you. I mean, in multiple pre-shows and post-shows, we had been discussing how inclusion of a Jason Holder could do wonders in the team. And obviously, we saw that today. Not so much with the bat, but in the first innings, he was brilliant on the field, taking those crucial catches, chipping in with the ball. What are your thoughts on Jason Holder and how he has performed so far?
Firstly, the moment you mentioned the catch, my mind just straight away went to the controversy. We've seen catches like that before. Also, I remember at the Eden Gardens, I was watching Lucknow and Kolkata play this season, and I remember Digvesh Rathi. He was out there fielding in the boundary, and then there was a catch of Finn Allen, if I'm not wrong. Prince Yadav was bowling, and Finn Allen was batting, and then there was this catch where Digvesh Rathi was standing on the boundary lines, and his feet it touched the ropes, but however it was given out. So that was the first controversy, and I think people did not make a huge buzz about it because it was KKR and they were already losing. But my point is, today I think it was really displeasing to the eyes because we all saw that the ball had clearly touched the ground. So I don't know on what basis the out was given. But now that you've asked me about Jason Holder, I think he has been a very crucial bowler. When he came into bowl in the sixth over, I think he was a little expensive. He started with back-to-back boundaries, and Devdutt Patikal was really charging him. Um, he was mixing his lengths, but I think he went a little too wide very early on. And if I'm not wrong, I think he was also bowling very wide and very short early on in the innings. And I think that is something that backfired in the first over that he came into bowl. But then again, I think he made a good comeback. He dismissed Jitesh Sharma, and then he conceded a big six of Tim David. However, he made a breakthrough, and he was trying to control the scorecard, but I think somewhere or the other in the first two overs that was not happening. But I think the Jitesh Sharma wicket did a huge boost to his confidence. Then later on, he dismissed Romario Shepherd, and then back to back outside length of deliveries where he was maintaining tight lines, and that was really interesting. And then when Venkatesh Iyer was batting, I remember. The way he was bowling, his line and lengths were so accurate. He was mixing the pace very cleverly. He was bowling short balls. He was bowling slower deliveries, and Venkatesh Iyer was clearly struggling. So I think he started off a little expensive, Jason Holder, but the way he pulled himself back was really impressive today. And with the bat also, I think the shot that he played was unnecessary given the fact that Gujarat Titans were already winning. Rahul Tewatia, on the other hand, now Rahul Tewatia is another player who has not performed throughout the season. The last time I remember, I think the last time he performed was for Rajasthan Royals when he hit those consecutive boundaries in the last over. After that, I don't think he has performed for Gujarat Titans. But today it was good to see him out there and perform and score runs. But I think Jason Holder could have stayed longer at the crease and he could have finished the game. There was no need to hit that shot.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, he did brilliantly with the ball, but with the bat, not so much. Bharat, while we're on Jason Holder, and since Shorjani brought up that controversial catch, what are your thoughts on that particular moment in the field? Was it an out?
Yeah, most likely the third umpire would have given it out. That's what you expect. Yes, the only thing that goes in the third umpire's favor is he thought that somehow the fingers are wrapped around the ball, although it is difficult to say whether the fingers were wrapped around the ball. So, if you ask me, if I was the third umpire, most likely I would have given it as not out. I think that's what I just said just a few seconds ago. I hope that's what I said. Because I don't think it was out. That's just my opinion. Yeah, I might have had a brain fade. So that's why I just asked whether I noted the same point a few seconds ago. So I would have given it as not out. But yes, the only thing that goes in favor of the third umpire is he perhaps felt that a little bit of the fingers were wrapped around the ball, but from those replays, I couldn't see such a thing with these fingers being wrapped around the ball.
But I think Bharat, I remember I saw the replay twice, and I think the ball was touching the ground clearly when he was
Yeah,
sliding.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
Yeah,
that was, it is very
yeah, that's
controversial.
And his
It
fingers
was
were
really
not
yeah.
controversial.
underneath. So maybe,
Yeah, I mean
um,
the ball, it was facing upside down, so the ball
yeah,
was sliding through the ground.
some controversial takes. Shorjani, I'll go to you next because we've been talking about GT, but of course, some silver lining in RCB has been the form of Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Even at this stage, even at this point in his career, he has come around beautifully and he's been bowling really well. Not just in one game, two games, he's been doing that consistently this season. The swing is back, the Yorkers are being nailed. What are your thoughts on Bhuvaneshwar Kumar and the way he has regained his form all over again? It looks like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar 2.0.
He has been in consistent form. The way he dismissed Sai Sudarshan today, and then Shubman Gill, it was really amazing to watch him, bowl. And then the Yorker that he bowled also, I think, to Joss Butler, if I'm not wrong. The way he came into ball, it was amazing to watch him. And the thing about him is we all know how well he is with the new ball and the way he swings it. But today also, when he came into the ball in the first over, I think he was hit for a 6 and then a 4 by Shubman Gill. But having said that, that swing is always there, and that is always against the batter. It goes against the batter. But then the Sai Sudarshan wicket, the caught behind, the ball had a little bit of movement as well as bounce. So that is the classic Bhuvaneshwar Kumar delivery that we've seen. And then he kind of forced Shubman Gill into playing an attacking shot. So that is something that makes him so unique. He controls the scoreboard so well that it forces the batter to go out there and score runs and overhit shots. That is what makes Bhuvaneshwar Kumar so unique, and the fact that he has been performing consistently for RCB, it is really great, and it is really impressive to see him back in form because we've seen him struggle a little bit in the previous seasons also, but this time the way he's performing, it is exceptional.
Also, should I point to it? I think it's not just about swing. Is getting that little bit of nip off the wicket. I think that is something that we generally try to, what can you say, we generally don't talk about it. It's not just about swing, it's also the nip of the wicket. That's an indicator that he must be bending his back a little more to get that little bit of kick, a little bit of sea movement off the surface. I think that's what is helping him because even in the game against Delhi Capitals in home conditions at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, when Akib Nabi was not able to even swing one ball, it was not swing that really got Bhuvaneshwar Kumar the wickets. It was more about the sea moment. I think today too he was getting the ball to nip around off the surface. When Mo Babat said it when I asked him a question in one of the press conferences that he has got that little bit of zing back in his bowling. I think it was missing even last season, although he picked up 16, 17 wickets last season. That little bit of zing was, I think, missing in his bowling. I think it is back, and that's good to see.
Absolutely. And Vaibhav joins us as well. Just before you joined, Vaibhav, we were talking about Jason Holder, his contribution with the ball and everything. But let's also talk about that controversial catch that has been making the noise on social media at the moment. What do you think? Was it a wicket? Was it an out?
See, from naked eye, one could see that, after Jason Holder grabbed it, some part of it touched the ground after, but that happened after. So the argument that can be presented from a umpire's point of view, I think the umpire was trying to explain the same point to Andy Flower, Virat Kohli, and all the ones RCB, the team, the members of the RCB team, when they were asking. I think the one argument that he completed the catch, when he completed the catch, the fingers were wrapped under the ball, and that is the thing. When your fingers are wrapped under the ball, when you have completed the catch, I think after that, once he completed the catch, then even then Jason Holder's two fingers, if you if you magnify it, the frame by frame, you will see two fingers are there. I think that is the only point that can be presented from umpire's end. Otherwise, everybody, we have seen it, what from a in a real time, it looks like he has grounded the ball. But this is the argument that we, obviously, it's very controversial, and people will make a lot of it because Rajat Patidar's wicket was an important wicket. If Rajat Patidar would have stayed on in the crease, it could have made a lot of difference, because the form of Rajat Patidar, we have seen how impactful he has been, especially during that middle over phase where RCB today lost 6 wickets. I think that wicket made a big impact, and seldom, obviously, Virat, he's very much involved in the game, but seldom you will see him getting in a act with umpire off the field. On the field, obviously, he has discussions. So off the field, it never happens. I think this is the first time I'm seeing Virat in discussions with umpire off the field. So I think that is also one thing. But see, what happened. It's at times it's a 50-50 call, like umpires call. Many a times LBW happens. At times it goes in your favor. At times, but if you take that Rajat Patidar's dismissal out of the equation, I think some of the shot selections by the RCB batters were disappointing. They deserve to lose given the way they batted. Even after using the impact player Venkatesh Iyer, you couldn't score enough runs on that wicket. 190 was an average to first innings total. You couldn't even get to the first innings total. So I think it was very disappointing from RCB. I think they deserve to lose. Uh, Only thing that I am happy about from my personal point of view is I gave four player battles to watch out for, and all
Yes,
four of them went right. Whether it's Rabada versus Virat
all
Kohli,
right.
Rashid Khan versus Devdutt Padikkal and Tim David, and last Shubman Gill versus Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Shubman Gill was out, I think, on the first or second delivery itself, that jammed back again an in swinger only. So
Uh-huh.
I thought it is the first spell that will be crucial for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. We eventually got him out, and I was happy. Although I knew that one prediction will go wrong, that RCB will win. Bharat predicted that GT
Yes, yes,
51%. He
I
said
asked
GT.
him.
Yeah, yes, yes. So I think overall good day for me, good day for GT, not a day for RCB and RCB fans.
Webber, you're having good days, because yesterday also you predicted Will Jacks would open and he came into open. So I think you're
That's
So
having
why
a
he's
good
on
that's
a
why
stretch right
roll.
now. Your
He's on a
predictions are
roll.
spot on.
that's why some of the guys are missing me in Hindi as well because of this
Ah,
prediction.
that's true. Bharat, my next question is to you because Vaibhav brought up Venkatesh Iyer. So, what are your thoughts on Venkatesh Iyer's performance so far? I mean, he's not gotten enough chances. He walks in only when the team needs him as an impact player. And of course, he's already on the receiving end of criticism quite a bit because of his, impact player not being able to leave an impact. Are people jumping into conclusions very fast? Is what is my
Obviously,
question.
because I don't think he's got enough opportunities so far. He played that one innings against Rajasthan Royals. I think he did reasonably well in that particular match, so he deserves more opportunities. I understand Royal Challengers Bangalore are playing really well, so there's no real spot for him. But you can criticize a player if he continues to fail over a period of time. But in this particular case, as far as I'm just restricting it to this season, it's not played enough games. Maybe uh, you have to ask his friend Rajat Patidar, Venkatesh Iyer himself. as has to ask his best friend, that is Rajat Patidar, please give me a few more opportunities. Maybe it will come with time, because I'm just saying it because both of them are the greatest of buddies. Over 11 years, both of them made their respective listed debuts. I think in the same game against Saurashtra in 2015. So for 11 years, they played together for Madhya Pradesh. So hopefully we'll get opportunities, more opportunities. Although it looks difficult with this RCB side, because of the kind of quality that they have in their batting lineup. So I won't really be harsh on him. Yes, and with KKR, he has had his, what can you say, ups and downs. There were times when it seemed as if he didn't really perform according to the kind of price at which was bought at. That I agree. But as far as this season is concerned, I won't be critical on him because he has not got enough opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely right. So I think people are just jumping to conclusions. Shorjani, my next question is to you. Of course, we've been talking about RCB and the fact that they fell short, but there was this one batter, regardless of everything, who held his nerve and who did play a very crucial knockout there. And that's Devdutt Padikkal. He has been super consistent this season, previous season as well. He has done well. He has worked a lot on his game over the past few years. I mean, even some years back, I don't think we would have imagined a Devdutt Padikkal like this. So, what are your thoughts on the knock that he played today, and how important was it at that point?
I think on a pre-show we were discussing as well a few days ago when RCB were playing that about Devdutt particularly he has really improved his game and he plays with a lot of intent. But the thing right now is that he plays with a lot of caution as well. Today we saw that in the early phase when he came into bat, uh, uh, while Mohammad Siraj was bowling, he was really cautious. He was really kind of focusing on the line and length, and the way he was playing showed clear intent today. He also targeted Jason Holder today, and the way he was playing, the way he was generating shots and hitting all around the park, I think that 40-run cameo was very important and very crucial. But again, when I mentioned that, I think he struggled a little against Rashid Khan. And when I talk about Gujarat Titans today, I think Rashid Khan, he is getting his form back because there were a lot of criticisms regarding his form. He was going for a lot of runs. Today, I feel comparatively Rashid Khan was better. He picked up a few wickets also. And his line and lengths were accurate. So I think apart from Jason Holder, when we're also talking about Jason Holder in the bowling lineup, I think a little bit of credit has to be given to Rashid Khan as well.
Absolutely. I'm so glad you brought up Rashid Khan because that would have been my next question to Vaibhav. Rashid Khan, over the past few years, criticism in this format, a lot of, obviously, he did look off color post his surgery. The way he has been able to regain his form from there on, and he was even good in the match versus Delhi Capitals, as far as I remember, picking up multiple wickets. And even today, he was very economical. He picked up wickets at crucial points. What is your assessment of Rashid Khan so far in this tournament?
Season, the way he's
You're
bowling
on
this
mute.
season, I
Yeah.
think he has been. Hello, am I audible
Yeah,
now?
you're audible
Yeah, yeah,
right now.
now
Even
it's
for
fine.
me,
Now it's
clear.
fine.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
sir.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So in comparison with the last year, if you'll see how his performances were last year, he has improved heaps and bounds. And the biggest point of difference has been Rashid Khan not trying to bowl his five or six types of googlies in one over. When Rashid Khan started, he was a googly bowler. Even Ravi Bishnoi now also bowls four or five googlies at least in an over. So you have to be, different. You have to have more variation, and that was Rashid Khan's challenge post next season. After the last season, I remember him taking a small break before playing international cricket again. So I think that break helped him, and obviously this season, if you'll see delivery he bowled to Romario Shepherd, that was a leg break that spun sharply, and that tells you that Rashid Khan has developed more, has worked a lot more on his variations. If he's giving that much of a spin on a leg break, that means Rashid Khan, has done his homework. And even with at the start of the season, he got one player of the match award against, I can't clearly remember the opposition, but he got the player of the match award. And that game, after we were having discussions after that game, we said that he's looking more threatening now. The Rashid Khan we saw in 2017-18 with SRH, the same Rashid Khan, he's challenging the bat more. He's outfoxing the batters. You have to keep the batters in guess. last season what happened with Rashid Khan, everybody, even a batter like Liam Livingston, who doesn't play spin really well, he smacked Rashid Khan for 2 or 3 sixes in Bengaluru last year's game which GT won. So I think Rashid Khan was becoming more predictable with his googlies. Everybody, as a right-hander, you were expecting that he will bowl at least 4 googlies in an over. Now it is not the case. Now he's again playing the guessing game with the batter. That's what his variations. I think the variations are coming along nicely. See Rashid Khan, the difference maker, Rashid Khan, the wicket taker for GT.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Bharat, my next question will be to you. Before I move ahead with the viewers' questions, a lot of comments have come up. What is your assessment of Shubman Gill's captaincy tonight? From the decision at the toss to the bowling changes to the bowling rotation, utilizing his bowlers. What is your assessment?
It is the expected
Decision
things
at the
that
toss was the easiest.
Yeah.
Just one thing. Decision at the
One
toss
more
was the
thing you
easiest
predicted.
because he knew he.
Yes.
One more thing was whoever wins the toss, especially GT, they will bowl first only. They will not bat first.
yeah, that was the right
Absolutely.
decision because I think there was a little bit of nip in the wickets. And yes, we rotated the bowlers quite well. You expected him to do that. I don't think there was anything special about his captaincy, but I think you would rather look at his batting. I think there was a good knock from his point of view because he was looking to play a lot more shots. He was looking to play with more freedom. And that is what his critics always tell. His detractors always tell that he doesn't play with enough freedom. Today he came out with intent, the way he took on Josh Hazelwood, and that would have really pleased the Gujarat Titans setup, and that would have also pleased his fans that Shubman Gill has played with a lot more freedom. Obviously, it might have pleased you as well. I'm just just saying it. Shubman Gill looking in good touch. Yeah, coming back to it, no offense meant. And coming back to it, Josh Butler also played with a lot of freedom. That should have, I think, pleased the Gujarat Titans setup because he looks like he's back in form. So yeah, from that count, I think the Gujarat Titans setup would be very much pleased.
But it is
Just
very
want to add,
surprising because the kind of games that Gujarat Titans has lost
just
this
want to add
season, they've lost a lot of close games.
just one small line. I just
Yeah.
said it because I understand you like Shubman Gill. You are a fan. That's why I just said.
That is no issue. I'm asking this as the host. Okay,
No, but
Shojan.
I wanted to add something to what Bharat said. He just mentioned, right? What I want to say is the way that Gujarat Titans have lost a few matches, they've gone very close and they've lost close matches. The
Yeah.
matches they were supposed to actually go out there and win, they've lost it because of their batting collapse. And today, also, when the wickets started falling, at one point I was genuinely concerned, thinking that what if they end up losing this
Yeah.
match also? So I think the middle order is still a very big question. Today, Rahul Tewatia, he did score some runs, but I think his contribution in the team is still.
Washington Sundar at number 4.
Washington Sundar
Washington
and
Sundar
Shah
at
Rukh
number
Khan.
4 is
And
a
Shah Rukh Khan.
at number 4 is a wicket.
Yes.
Yes, Shah Rukh Khan. See, Shah Rukh Khan is a player who should be dropped not from this season, from last season. But Washington Sundar is a quality player. Washington Sundar is a quality player, but he's not your number 4. He cannot bat at
Yeah.
number 4. And I spoke about this particular point that if you have a big run chase or even if a run chase against quality teams like Punjab Kings, RCB, your number 4 will struggle on most occasions. He will play one or two
Yeah.
good innings like he did against SRH last year. They were chasing. He scored a brilliant 22 ball, 40 odd some runs. Shubman Gill was also there. So in those games, 1 or 2 games are fine. But if you want consistency from your number 4, Washington Sundar at present cannot give you that consistency. So number 4 is he is still good enough batter to play in the playing 11. Shah Rukh Khan is not that batter. Rahul Tewatia, I would still back him. Rahul Tewatia is still a player who
Yeah.
can finish games for you, but Shah Rukh Khan is not that player.
So who do you think should
I
come in at
completely
number 4,
agree.
Vaibhav? Now that you've mentioned it.
Kumar Kushagra.
You don't. Kumar Kushagar is the only. I don't. You don't have options. You don't have many options in your squad. You
Absolutely.
have a squad full of bowlers. You only have Kumar Kushagar. You have Nishant Sindhu, who's a bowling all rounder. Nishant Sindhu is a very
Anuj
reliable
Rawat is
batter,
there.
but he is his doesn't have that. He He doesn't have that game for T20 cricket as of now. So
Yeah.
he cannot bat at number 4. So I think the best batter that you have, best option that you have is Kumar
Come on.
Kushagra or Glenn Phillips. I said the best batter
Yeah.
as of now is you have is Glenn Phillips. It's just because of your overseas combination, you cannot give him chance. He
Yeah.
hasn't played a lot of balls in this season that you have dropped him. That is the thing. Glenn Phillips hasn't got a consistent trend at number 4.
Mm. Absolutely. We'll take some questions, and this first one is for you, Shorjani. The way Gill charged Hazelwood today, oh man, it was Pesa Vasool. Fit Monk says, one of our very regular viewers. What's your thought on his knock today?
The way Shubman Gill played, definitely. I mean, the way he was
Yeah, yeah.
playing initially, he looked
For
very
24
confident.
runs in an over, yeah.
Yeah, he looked very confident, and he kind of missed out on his half century. But again, having said that, the way the Virat Kohli, when Virat Kohli took the catch and the kind of aggression that he had, the way he hit the ball on the ground and the way he was celebrating, I think that was a classic Kohli celebration. But before that, also, I would say that credits to Bhuvaneshwar Kumar definitely for bowling that ball, because Shubman Gill, the way he was bowling, exact line and lengths, and the way the accuracy, the kind of accuracy that Bhuvaneshwar Kumar maintained was really commendable. But Shubman Gill today, he was playing a very confident knock. The way he was going out there, he was so confident, especially after Sai Sudarshan departed early. I think Shubman Gill took charge of the innings, and he started showing clear intent and hitting all around the park. To be very precise, it was a good show. It was definitely a good show of batting display from Shubman Gill today.
Absolutely. And
In
a
Bharat's in
lot of
Bharat's
comments.
in,
Yeah.
in Bharat's language, more in Bharat's language, Shubman Gill is the Dhurandhar of Ahmedabad.
Okay. Okay. So he loves that movie. Um, uh, One such question that I've been seeing is not just in this game, couple of games, consecutive games, and I would want both Vaibhav and Bharat to answer this one. That is, RCB's weakness is only Jitesh Sharma. Jitesh already cost 2 games, 14-20 versus Delhi single-handedly. Now drop Butler and won 3. Acha. RCB have Venki, Salt can keep. Again, Vaibhav Taragi also says RCB batting collapsed for Jitesh today, but he failed. Okay, so a lot of hate for Jitesh Sharma. Your thoughts, Vaibhav, and then I'll go to Bharat.
See, pre-match also we were discussing that Jitesh Sharma will be under focus. He will be in the spotlight, and I think RCB did really good to promote him at the ahead of Tim David. Somebody like Tim David, he got ample opportunities because RCB were batting, so he had enough time at the crease. It's just he played an expensive drive and got out. Obviously, that was not there to hit. He couldn't really time the ball well, and that is the thing. I think Jitesh Sharma is going through that lean patch which Surya Kumar Yadav is going, but again, how will you drop your vice captain? Surya Kumar Yadav is not the vice captain of Mumbai Indians, so obviously you can drop him, although it won't happen. But Jitesh Sharma is the designated vice captain, and they have a lot of belief, especially the
And
knock that he
he is
played
excellent
last year
behind the
in
stumps. I
Lucknow.
have to add this. He is excellent behind the stumps.
Yeah, obviously, Ajay.
But I think he was
He's
doing
been
well enough for
brilliant
India
behind the
also before he
stumps.
got dropped. He was doing well
Yeah,
enough for
yeah,
India. He
yeah.
was scoring
The
runs before he
dropping
got
form
dropped.
has been
I
post
think
that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, see, mental thing could be one thing. Obviously, you could have taken a mental break. It has impacted, and also there is a personal thing also that family tragedy also happened in Jitesh Sharma's life. So there are a lot of things behind the scenes. But if you focus on his on-field performances, yes, there is an option of handing the gloves to Phil Salt. But again, you will not drop your vice captain, especially when your team is doing well. Your team is still well placed to qualify for the playoffs. And I remember the 2019 season where Shane Watson was the weakest link for Chennai Super Kings, but they still backed him. MS Dhoni, Stephen Fleming backed him. He didn't perform till the first qualifier eliminator. He didn't perform. The only innings that he played was in the final. That too in the losing cause, but he top scored for CSK with a bleeding knee. His knee was bleeding, and still he scored those important runs in Hyderabad. So that is the trust that you give to your match winners. I think that trust RCB has in Jitesh Sharma, and they will continue to back him. I don't see Jitesh Sharma being dropped unless and until there is injury. Yes, obviously you can give, you can create a space, but again, the question is, can Venkatesh Iyer do the job which Jitesh Sharma does? I don't see Venkatesh Iyer being a good enough middle order batter. If you look at his performances in the IPL, he couldn't do it for KKR. The only season he was successful was when he batted at the top of the order as an opener, the 2021 season, after which Shubman Gill was they decided to let go
Not
Shubman Gill and
retained.
Venkatesh Iyer. Yes, Venkatesh Iyer was retained. I think Venkatesh Iyer's best position in T20 cricket, like most of the batters, is at the top. But unfortunately for RCB, he cannot bat at the top. So if you want to have a look at the middle order batter, I think still Jitesh is your best bet. So I don't think that will happen.
And Ayer was
Bharat,
struggling against Jason Holder today also. The way he was trying to bat, trying to
yeah,
play
yeah.
those different shots, and he was not being able to connect
See,
any of them.
see,
He tries
see.
a
I
lot
don't
of
know how.
innovative.
I, I don't know how many people will rate Jason Holder or not, but statistically, since last year, Jason Holder has been the most successful bowler across the world in T20
Absolutely.
cricket. No bowler
Absolutely.
has taken most wickets. No bowler has even touched a 100 run mark, 100 wickets mark in one calendar year. Jason Holder has done it. Second best is Noor Ahmad. So whatever
Hmm.
you say of Jason Holder, he is a very reliable or very seasoned T20 campaigner.
Absolutely. And he's in great touch as well from the T20 World Cup itself. Bharat, your last thoughts on Jitesh Sharma and what's going wrong with him before we wrap up?
Not much. It's just going through bad form. It happens to all the players. It's not like he's 35 or 36, where you can say that the body would slow down, reflexes would slow down a little bit. But Jitesh Sharma is still, it's not old. It's not someone who's well over 30 or on those lines. So I think he's just going through a bad patch. And it could be just a matter of one innings, and that would help him to get back to form. I don't think RCB would drop him, as it's already been noted. He's the vice captain of the side. They would want to back him and see if one player is not performing in a team which has a lot of game breakers. I don't think it would really matter for RCB. Yes, they're bound to lose a few games here or there. So this will happen in the world of IPL. As I already noted, any team can beat any team on a given day. Even the team that is ranked number 10, someone like Lucknow Super Giants or whoever it is, can go on to beat Punjab Kings on a given day, or Royal Challengers Bangalore as well. So that you can't really blame on a certain player. It just has to go back to the drawing board. Yes, I've watched him in practice sessions over the last 1 month. And yes, he's been practicing really hard. It's just not happening for him at the moment. Just needs to, I think, get a few boundaries away, and that should help him to get back to form. Because what usually happens in these times is, if you get a couple of boundaries away, then you would start to feel confident. You would get that feel back in your batting, and that is something very similar to bowling as well. So hopefully he will get a few boundaries away in his next match, and I think that should be it for Jitesh Sharma to get his form back.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And we'll take one last comment before we close the show. And this is for you, Vaibhav. Vaibhav, bhai, please say once that Fitmonk will be a billionaire soon. Someone has said, because your predictions are
I
always right.
only one day it happens that all four key player battles you will say, and all four of them will come true. On occasions, it will be like one or two. It happens when you say multiple number, but I think today was one that one of the day. I don't see. I will say you become a billionaire, trillionaire, whatever. I'm not good with numbers, but you become Bill Gates. If it happens if through my words, then best of luck.
Vaibhav,
Wonderful.
please say something nice about KKR as well. Since your predictions are spot on, I think you should say
Will
some good
you,
things about
Vaibhav?
KKR as well this
Will you?
season.
Will that work?
Ajinkya Rahane
Let's
should
hope it
stay
is.
as captain for at least next 2-3 seasons is what I want. Ajinkya Rahane to remain the captain of KKR team, and he should and also Abhishek Nair. Abhishek Nair has got full support of mine. Dwayne Bravo, Abhishek Sharma, fantastic duo. Keep on working good things keep on doing good things for KKR, and hope the fourth trophy will come soon.
I
Let's
don't
see
want
if
to,
that happens.
but
Let's see
let
if
me
they
tell
do
you something.
brilliant.
CSK is also not on the top of the table, huh? So keep that in mind.
Okay,
Keep
so
that in
now it has
mind.
come down to the
I am a
bankers.
retire I am a retired CSK fan. I retired in this very stadium 2023 when MS Dhoni won the trophy for the fifth
Yeah.
time. He lifted the trophy in this stadium. After that, he retired as captain. I am done. I'm not a CSK fan. Whenever I host a show or I'm a panelist, I am a neutral, pure
Okay.
unbiased panel member.
Yeah, yeah, we all are. On that light note, we come to the end of our show. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and sending us your comments. Thank you so much, Bharat, Shorjani, and Vaibhav for joining. Do keep your eyes on Rev Sports. There's one more match tomorrow. We'll be back with our pre and post shows once again. So do keep your eyes on Rev Sports. Do keep following us and do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much and good night.